Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Streaming with Swadin, and wishing all my viewers happy Mahalaya, happy Navratri, happy Durga Puja, and whatever festival you guys are celebrating. Hope you have all having a wonderful time. I myself, being a Bengali, haven't watched much Bengali movies for a very long time. Unfortunately, I didn't follow Bengali movies much, and I used to see Bengali movies a long time back when I was a kid, and at that time there was not much options. When there were only a few channels, and when there was a Bengali stuff going on, you either watch Bengali stuff or you don't watch anything. So in those times I saw a few Bengali movies, and haven't watched a Bengali movie for a long time. And anyway, this year I thought that I want to watch some Bengali movies, and which I kept in my watch list for a very long time, and I started with Satyajit's Apu Trilogy. Apu Trilogy is inspired from the novel written by Bhushan Bandyopadhyay in two parts, Panchali and Aparajito. But the makers of this movie divided Aparajito into two parts, that is Aparajito and Apur Sansar. This is probably the first trilogy and first or maybe the earliest trilogy that was made, and the sequel, one of the earliest sequel ever that was made, because after 1970s Star Wars, there were the idea of sequels became very popular, and there were several sequels made after that. In this video, I'm going to review three movies, that is Panchali, Aparajito, and Apur Sansar. Panchali is the first movie that was directed by Satyajit. This is the first movie ever. This is not just the first part of this movie, but this is also the first movie ever that he was directing, and he was short of money and he had to stop shooting after shooting some part of this movie, and he went to West Bengal government for help to complete this project, and with the help of West Bengal government, Panchali was completed, and it was definitely a very, very successful movie of that time. And it is absolutely classic movie. And Panchali starts with a story about a family of priests who were struggling with poverty. And just before I go, let me tell you that I'm going to share all the spoils in this movie. So in case you don't want to know the story, you can just watch the movie and come back, because this is a very old movie. Anyway, so the story starts with a family of this priest and the various characters of this family associated with each other and the relationship. This movie starts as a journey of life, and the way this movie captures the village life and the surrounding is absolutely stunning and amazing. I felt like the director was trying to show that how the life of human is not different from other form of life. The sense of human being part of the nature is what I felt was the interpretation of the director. Maybe, I cannot say for sure, but maybe that was the interpretation I had watching the movie. The way the filmmaker continued to show the nature and the surrounding, it was beautiful, and the cinematography of this movie done by Subrata Mitra was absolutely brilliant. The scene where Durga and Apu run to chase a glimpse of train is such an amazing and enduring scene to watch. The movie had two deaths, and first was a tragic death of the old lady living with this family, and then the main character Durga. And I like the way the death scene was shown in this movie. I have seen it really hit hard, and they never show the exact death moment, and they always added with lots of background music and surrounding. It was really hard hitting, I would say. I really liked it, and I've seen many great classic movies around the world for quite some time, and I've made few videos on this. Like I previously I made a videos on the Italian movie Bicycle Thieves, which I liked a lot, and the Japanese movie Seven Samurai, which was absolutely wonderful to watch. What set this movie apart is the way the music is used in this movie. The music given by Ravi Shankar, the movement of every character, trees, birds, flies, or animals, very much with the rhythm of the music that is being played in the background. And that is one of the most unique things that I noticed in this movie. I think this is something that set this movie apart from any classics movie of any time. And the acting by all the actors in this movie was quite great. The tone in which the smallest of character deliver the dialogues and everything is absolutely amazing, and the sound's absolutely real the way it was done. And Uma Dasgupta, Shabir Banerjee, Kan Banerjee, Karuna Banerjee, Chandabala Devi, these were the star cast of this movie, and they were all really great. And I have to admit that the character played by Karuna Banerjee is the most important character, and she played it beautifully. She had a bit of a darker shade as well in her character, and when she chased away the old lady mercilessly, who eventually died because she died homeless and in very difficult condition. But she also portrayed her helplessness as a lady who is struggling with a poverty, and she's also had a sense of self-respect and pride, and she was showing everything through her expression without always. She was not necessarily saying everything in dialogue. She was expressing those beautifully through her expression, and that's what I thought was beautiful. And she has done everything beautifully and amazingly in this movie. And Pathe Panchali remained my most favorite part of this Apu trilogy. I love this part a lot. And now let's get into the second part of this movie. The second part of this trilogy is Aparajito, that starts where the Pathe Panchali ended, and in a different location, that is in Kashi, where the family has now moved and for a better life and better financial condition. And this we get to see a different location, that is in Kashi, and there was some holy places and prayer, and those places, that place was also captured beautifully. In this movie, we get to see the growth of this character Apu, and he's after all a very young man who has a desire to live his life freely and get education and have career, etc. And the character of his mother, played by Karuna Banerjee, and she had some other hopes from his son, and that is what this story is about. In this movie, again, we get to see two death scenes that change the course of life for Apu and the story. And the first is his father early in the movie, and there is a scene where his father's character climbing the stairs and falling from the stairs, struggling to climb the stairs because he's not well. And that scene was really amazing scene, very tragic, and really gave me goosebumps the way it was done. And also the death scene of the mother was very, very tragic and very haunting as well. Everything was done. She was absolutely alone, waiting for her child, and that was really great. And in this movie, near the Apu's house, there is a railway track, and the visual of the train and the sound of the train used amazingly in this movie. They used the horn and the sound of the movie to show that there's something that is going to happen or something important is happening, and that's really that's really wonderful actually. And every time you hope that nothing bad happens with this family, you really care for this family if you're watching this movie and something tragic happened, and that really hit us hard. And Aparajito is my second most favorite movie in the trilogy. I really like this movie. a lot, and I don't think that this movie is anywhere lesser than Pote Panchali. But if you ask me, I like Pote Panchali slightly more. But Aparajito is also a great movie, and I really loved it. And the final part, the last part of this movie is Apur Sansar. And this movie starts after a few years from Aparajito. Here we see Soumitra Chatterjee as Apu, and here Apu is a free man now and has no attachment with anyone. His financial struggle still continues, but he gave up his education because of his financial crisis. But he's quite happy being a free man in this part of the story. But everything changed after he met his friend Ulu. He invited him in a marriage, and it turned out that the groom was mad, and so they started requesting Apu to get marry this girl named Aparna, which was played by Sharmila Tagore. And Sharmila Tagore was only 14 years when she made her debut in this movie, and that is how Apu marries Aparna and then started a new life. And the chemistry and the performance of both the actors was absolutely brilliant. The acting wise, this movie is really great, and all the actors are very, very strong and genuinely great actors, and they really performed brilliantly. There is no doubt that Soumitra Chatterjee's performance is the highlights of this movie because he is the main protagonist of this movie. But the other characters also did a great job. In this movie, we have one death scene, that is the death scene of Aparna, and this death scene was once again does hit hard, and they never show the death scene in this movie as in the previous movie. And she suddenly dies giving birth to his child, which was very tragic and does hit because again Apu became alone, and Aparna's just a few scenes before they show that Apu was very happy that Aparna's letter was given to him, and he was smiling, and then he get the news. He was so shocked and so frustrated that he actually punched the guy who brought the news, and looked a bit awkward in it, but the frustration and the sense of loss was very understandable. And although I did fail to understand in this movie that if the family of the bride was so rich, why they never really cared for the financial condition of the family, and why they never even offered to help Aparna and Apu when they were struggling so much. That is one thing that I fail to understand, because there is no scene regarding that. And this is just a minor question that pop up in my mind. I don't know which is valid or not, but that is just the thing that logically I felt that maybe they never helped, tried, like they never offered any help. That was something that just pop in my mind. But then there was this entire drama of Apu was not ready to accept his son Kajol, and it remind his law because his son remind of his loss that the lead lady Aparna died giving birth to this child, and finally at the end he did convince his son to come with him, because his son was also not, when he decided to bring his son was not convinced to go with him. So although the life of Apu did remain tragic, but this movie had this happy ending. And to be honest, Apur Sansar is my least favorite part in Apu Trilogy. It's nothing like I didn't like this part of this movie. There was nothing wrong with this movie. This is really a great movie, but it is just that I like the previous two parts of this movie a lot more. I love Pote Panchali a lot more. I think Pote Panchali is my most favorite part of this Apu Trilogy. I really loved it, and I'm so glad that after so many years, it is for watching for the first time for me. Although I watched this movie long time back when I was very young, but I really enjoyed this movie. I found this movie very relatable for any human being living anywhere in this world. This is a very, very universal movie. So anywhere, any background can identify with the laws, the mistakes, and that the characters suffer. And Satyajit Ray really did a great job of making this movie. And the original movie story, that novel, I read some part of it. It is very tragic, and obviously Satyajit Ray did some changes, particularly in the third part. But I love this movie, and I love this trilogy. Although Pote Panchali remain my most favorite, and you can write down in the comment section which is your favorite part of Apu Trilogy. Like, is it Pote Panchali or any other part? Do write down in the comment section and let me know. And if you like this video, do hit like button and do subscribe this channel, hitting the bell icon. And you can also follow me on my social network pages like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The links for these will be given below in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Be safe, take care, and cheers.